Hello, 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 hello. I can't hear you. Hello.
You can't.
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can't really hear me.
you can't.
I can't hear. Now I can hear me. Now I got me. A lot of wind. A lot of.
Hello and welcome, Matt. Baseball season.
It's baseball
It's
season.
baseball season.
Well,
How are you?
it is for most teams, but not for my Chicago Cubs. I think they forgot that it's
It's
baseball
not for
season.
baseball season for my Razorbacks either.
No, but it is baseball season here in Red Oak today, and we have a good matchup here of the Clarinda Cardinals in town to take on the Red Oak Tigers in Hawkeye 10 Conference Baseball.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, Matt. And it's a little windy.
And they moved
If
the,
if
yeah.
if we hear a little wind, it's because it's a little windy out, Matt.
And they moved the game up to 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Because we are expecting weather. Of course, when you move the game up, that ensures the weather won't happen.
That's how that works. That's
the
how
game
that
has
works.
been moved to 4 o'clock. First pitch starts. We're about 10, 15 minutes away from that.
Yep.
And this is a matchup of teams that, rival teams, Clarinda and Red Oak. And, of course, last time KCSI did a baseball game live stream, we were down in Clarinda for
Yep.
the regional semifinals game. And what a game that was. A 6-5 game, Clarinda getting a couple runs in the last inning to get that semifinal win. And then these two teams, of course, have come into this year with different squads, but really for Red Oak, a very young squad. I think I counted 4 eighth graders and 5 freshmen on the
Yes.
team. So a kind of a rebuild, reset year for the Tigers. And of course, Clarinda comes in. Boy, I tell you what, Aaron, they're 13-2 overall, 10-1 in first place in the Hawkeye 10 Conference. Coach Rod Eberle's really got a loaded team. We'll be talking about a lot of players here in a few minutes, but he's got some senior stalwarts on this team that can do it all: pitch, hit, and run. And they're just playing lights out baseball.
Hey Matt, can I divert for just a minute
Yeah.
from the lineups here?
Sure.
This is something that I know that you love baseball,
Yeah.
and I know that you have been integral in the league to help some challenge students
Yes.
and
Okay.
athletes. You were in Clarinda over the weekend, right, or last weekend?
Yes, we at the Montgomery County YMCA work for part-time. We have collaborated with the Clarinda Parks and Rec and Carson Riddell down in Clarinda, and we have been down there the last 2 weeks with what's called Can Play Baseball, a baseball league for special needs kids with developmental disabilities between age 5 and 18, and it has just been huge. We have had a great turnout from the fans in Clarinda and the kids, and Coach Brad Knight and the Clarinda Cardinal girls softball team, which is in Red Oak as well, right
Yeah.
across the complex here,
Yeah.
playing the Red Oak Tiger girls in softball night. His Clarinda Cardinal girls have come and helped out, and of course, when Red Oak, the Red Oak Tigers come and help out with Coach Erickson and all his players. So it's just a good thing when these high school kids who are involved come and help with those special needs kids. So yeah, absolutely.
That's a good thing, and I compliment you because I know that's something that is near and dear to your heart. You brought it, you started that a few years ago, and thanks for doing that.
Well, yeah, and let's say it's just a wonderful thing. All kids should have an opportunity to play ball, regardless of any type of disability. That's really the purpose of it,
Yeah.
and it's just a great thing to do. But today, yeah, we have got a barn burner here today, and with this win, Aaron, if you're not familiar with Legion Field here in Red Oak, the wind is blowing out to center and left, so anything get it up in the wind, it's going to go. So it's
Yeah.
going to be imperative for the pitchers to keep the ball low in that strike zone as best they can. To keep that ball in the ballpark today, but it's going to be a good matchup coming in here today. The Tigers are 4 and what is their record? They're 4-11, 4-17, overall in the season. Like I said, a very young team for Coach Erickson this year with the Tigers. But let's go right through the starting lineups, and I'll give them here first. So you got them there, Aaron,
Okay.
for visiting Clarinda Cardinals.
Yeah, for visiting Clarinda Cardinals, you have Cole Baumgart, who is the shortstop. Ryan Wagner, number 4, he's a freshman, Matt.
Yep.
Plays out center. Creighton Tuzio, he's a good one.
Yeah, he's
a good one.
All-conference player. He will not be on the mound today, but he's a big bat in the middle of that number 3 spot.
Andrew Jones, first base. You have Court Neal at second base. Caden Butt out at center field. Aiden Sunderman, left field. Corbin Karsten Beckel, sorry about that. Third base.
Can't read my writing.
Kyle Wagner and then you have pitching will be Jordan Butt.
Right, Jordan
evening.
Butt will be on the mound tonight at DHing for him will be Creighton Tuzio.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Matt. And then for the Red Oak Tigers, Cale Hall at left field, you have Brett Erickson. It's nice to see Brett back at it, isn't it?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Brett has really battled for last year a significant foot injury, and just in the last month or so has become back into active play. He missed all the basketball season, so absolutely great to see Brett back in the lineup.
Without a doubt. Adam Byer, again, a great athlete for the Red Oak Tigers. Reese Montgomery, boy, he's having a season too for a young guy.
Yeah, and he'll be on the mound today pitching for the Tigers.
Brody Bond, Nolan Perrin, and Blake Sloan.
He will be not batting, but he will be in right field today.
Griffin Eubank at center, Mason Fisher third base, and Landon Gigstad, great kid playing at first base, Matt.
Yeah, one notable in that lineup, of course, Griffin Eubank has done just a tremendous job at that catcher position, but he's been filling in. Tigers lost their starter Carson Roeder to a significant injury a couple weeks ago in a home plate collision. So Griffin Eubank, it's good to have a good, capable senior solids backup coming in there for him.
All right, Matt. And again, if you're just seeing this and tuning it in, this game has been bumped way up until 4 o'clock. And the reason for that, try to get it in ahead of the weather, because there is the potential for severe weather this evening, and trying to sneak this game ahead and get that in. Now, if there's time after the game and everything, not time, but if the weather permitting, there'll be a junior varsity game after this game, Matt.
Right. Well, the severe weather for you and I up on this, we're perched up on the football deck looking over, is the wind. We could get blown away today, folks, Aaron and I. So if you hear a crash and screaming in the background, it's Aaron and I being blown off the deck of the football perch here that we're looking out over on the baseball field today.
It is a real possibility. If a camera tips over, hey, it's just one of those things. We're going to roll with it. So don't send me an ugly text. We're going to roll with it, Matt. So.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about these Cardinals. Do we need to take a break real quick?
Nope.
This Cardinal team, like I said, 13-2 on the year, 10-1 in first place in the Hawkeye 10 conference. They're led by their senior Cole Baumgart. He's batting .480 on the year, Aaron. That's second Hawkeye 10. And then they got a kid named Andrew Jones, who's batting .452 as a senior. And then Creighton Tuzio, really .419 at the plate, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs. You need to keep him in the ballpark today. And when he's on the mound, he's really their ace. He won't be going tonight, at least not starting. Creighton Tuzio 6-0 on the year with a 1.18 ERA. Sophomore Jordan Butt is on the mound tonight for the Cardinals. He's 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 19 innings, only 7 base on balls. So what a capable number 2 starter for the Cardinals to have on the mound today. Of course, for the Red Oak Tigers, when you look at the Tigers coming in this game, like we said, a lot of young players. Brett Erickson leading the Tigers with a .317 batting average. Adam Byer off to a little bit slow start in that center field position, but coming on as he's also been coming back from a significant knee injury off that football season, so good to see him out there. On the mound today, though, is freshman Reese Montgomery, and in the last outing against Clarinda back in May, Reese went 4 innings of shutout ball. In the 5th inning, gave up some runs there, and the Cardinals beat the Tigers 10-0 back in May. But they're on their home mound today here at Legion Park, and we'll see where this game goes today with this wind blowing out. And we'll be ready here, I think, for our national anthem.
Have our national anthem. We will step away and be back after this. welcome back. It's windy, Matt.
Yeah, here at Legion Park, windy day, wind blowing out, so we could have an offensive burst here today with these two teams. On the mound here, starting the game going, will be Reese Montgomery. He's a freshman. Reese has got 23 innings pitched on the year. With that, he's got 22 strikeouts, 18 base on balls, 3.85 ERA. That's pretty good ERA, especially for a freshman. Reese has done a good job on the mound, but he's going to face a tough test today against the Clarinda Cardinals. Umpires today are Charlie Reese and Tyler Reese, father and son. And if I had to look at it, looks like son is behind the plate and the father is out in the field. So we got a father-son duo doing the game today, umpiring, and we're going to be about ready to go here at the first pitch. Tigers are out there in the orange tops, white pants. And the Cardinals are in town with their black tops and their white pants. And pretty good crowd here. We'll call this kind of an afternoon matinee, right, Aaron? I mean, I don't know, can we call it an afternoon matinee game,
yeah,
I guess?
Yeah, that's what it is, afternoon
It's kind of like Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field, you know, fans start the game. They start the game on weekdays at 1:20. It kind of has that feel. But I can see some of the players are already struggling with the wind. The dust is blowing around, and I see a couple of caps already pulling off some of the Tigers in the field. But the outfielders are going to play very deep here, at least to start the game, because anything hit the center and left up in the air, it's going to go. And foul balls, anything up in the air is going to be an adventure today, Aaron. So
yeah,
key of the game is try to keep the mount, try to keep the ball low as best you can in this lineup, and we'll get going here. The second, Cole Baumgart, all-conference player, is going to lead off here. She's batting .480 on the year, Aaron, and that's just
unbelievable.
Anybody that's bat .480 is doing pretty well. He's got 7 stolen bases, 1 home run, and Cole himself had a couple injuries in his career, and good to see him healthy and back in alignment. Here we go. First pitch is coming up.
All right, here we go. Reese Montgomery at the mound for the Red Oak Tigers.
First pitch outside for a ball from Montgomery to Baumgart. Baumgart, a right-hand hitter here.
And
fouled back, fouled away. 1-1 count here. The imperative for Montgomery here, for Reese to try to locate that pitch, but you know, you want to be too fine, you got to let it go here and challenge the hitters. There's one sails high, 2-1 to count now on Baumgart. Tigers through the infield have Fisher at third, Erickson at short, Bond at second, Gigstead at first. And Griffin Eubank catching. 3-1 count now, I believe, on Baumgart. Wind up in the pitch. Strike call there, full count.
Nice
on
pitch.
Baumgart.
3-2.
3-2 count. Our angle, we can't quite see the scoreboard, so I'm going on to hit. There's a hit to shortstop by Erickson deep in the hole. Guns at first, not going to get in time, and Baumgart will leg it out for a hit. Nice job there by Brett Erickson, get deep in the hole to make that backhand play, and that's a long throw, especially he's throwing that ball into the wind, Aaron. So he had a good arm just to get it there, but Baumgart with his speed beats it out at first base, and that will bring up Ryan Wagner, a freshman, for the Cardinals. Ryan, the brother of Kyle Wagner. Ryan, the freshman. There's a strike. Call there. Ryan's batting .267 on the year with 10 RBIs. A pretty good RBI total there for a freshman. Baumgart with his lead off first. Montgomery into stretch. There was Baumgart.
He's going.
Throw for Eubanks high.
Nice job by Erickson there.
Erickson backs it up. But Baumgart had that pretty well stolen. There it is. I mean, he had the wind to his back going down from first to second. So you're flying like you're flying down there. But stolen base, Baumgart in scoring position now. No outs here. And Wagner at the plate.
One ball, one strike.
Pitch outside, 2-1. Coach Rod Eberly. I wonder how many years Coach Rod Eberly's been at Creighton, or excuse me, at Clarinda.
I had the opportunity to visit with him here a while back, talk about the Clarinda A's actually.
Pass ball there in the dirt. Baumgart will take a base here, moves on to third base there. the Eberly family, of course, is just synonymous with Clarinda Baseball, and really in Southwest Iowa with the Clarinda A's and the Clarinda Cardinals, and what a town of baseball tradition, the Clarinda town of between the A's and the Cardinals. And there's a walk to Ryan Wagner. He'll take first base, and that'll bring up power hitting DH Creighton Tuzio. Creighton batting .419 on the year, Aaron. That's 6 in the Hawkeye 10, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs. So here's your power threat, the wind blowing out, 2 runners on. So Cardinals looking to take advantage right here in the first inning with runners on and no out. Don't know if we'll see Wagner going here. Not necessarily needing to here, I wouldn't think, but don't know what Coach Eberly's got on the plate here. I think there's too much of a double play threat here. Tuzio's a large individual. He goes 6'6", and there's a long shot, but it's going to go foul down the left field line. He really got hold of that one.
Big hit there.
But Tuzio, if you don't know Creighton Tuzio, is a tremendous basketball player. We've covered him in a lot of different sports. Yeah. 6'6". You know, when he's on that mound pitching, like I say, he's not pitching tonight, but he is just a dominant pitcher on that mound for the Cardinals, one of the top pitchers in all of Iowa, Class 2A. Pitch from Montgomery. Foul ball. Tuzio out in front of that one. Looked like a little change there from Montgomery. 0-2 count here. So Reese Montgomery's got Tuzio in the hole here. Don't want to get anything good here, but you also don't want to throw anything in the dirt here. Eubanks will have to be Johnny on the spot blocking this pitch here, but no ball, 2 strike count here to Tuzio. Just outside 1-2. Good take there by Tuzio. Montgomery has no pitch limit today. He can go up to the full max of 90 pitches today if necessary. The pitch outside, and Wagner will go on down to second. Baumgart's going to hold at third. So a little bit of a pass ball there. Nice job by Eubank to block it down, but it wasn't enough to keep Wagner from advancing in the second base. So runners on second and third.
Second and third, no outs, Matt.
2-2 count on Tuzio. Outside again. 3-2, so Reese being real careful here with Tuzio. I believe it's a 3-2 count. Like I said, I don't have the scoreboard in front of me.
3-2.
See if Reese keeps something low here and away from him if he can. Foul back.
Way out high. In a football field.
Tuzio, Creighton's got not a real quick swing, but he's got I would say a swing that seems like it long in the strike zone. Big stride swing. You can see why he's got some power in that bat there. Big moment here in the first inning. Be critical here if Montgomery can get a punch out here, or Tigers at least get an out here to try to limit a little bit here. Low. So that'll be a walk to Tuzio. So bases are loaded with all Cardinals. Coming up to bat is Andrew Jones, and it doesn't get any easier with Mr. Andrew Jones. He's batting .452, Aaron.
Yeah,
that's fifth. So you go thunder, you go lightning, and here comes Mr. Andrew Jones.
Yeah, big strong kid too, and Andrew Jones.
He's also a tall kid. So
yeah.
Clarinda could have a good basketball. They do have a good basketball team on their baseball team, but Andrew Jones up here, bases loaded, no outs. So tough spot here for the Tigers right off the bat in the first inning. Swung, base hit into left field. That's going to score Baumgart, and the Cardinals will just go base to base there. So base hit there by Jones brings in a run. The Cardinals are on the board 1-0. Now up is second baseman sophomore Court Neal. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Court Neal, I believe. Ball outside. Neal, bases still loaded, no one out for the Cardinals here. Court Neal, a sophomore, batting .333. Does anyone bat under 300 in the Cardinal lineup here?
I'm not sure that they do, Matt.
Foul ball back there, 1-1. But it's one of those things where you just kind of, the snowball starts going here, and you look around and see nothing but runners on every base. Montgomery just needs to focus on the batter and make good pitch after pitch. 2-1 count now on Court. I hope I pronounced that right. Court Neal.
Yeah. Bases loaded, no outs.
There's a rip in the left.
Hit.
That's going to score at least one. Cardinals going to stay content with one there as Neal drives in a run with a single to left field. So that's 2-1 Cardinals. They keep that line moving, Aaron. And
yeah.
Coach Eberle's just content going base to base at this point. That'll bring up center field sophomore number 7, Caden Butt. He is the brother of starting pitcher Jordan Butt. Looks like Coach Erickson's going to have a conversation on the mound here with Reese and his team to kind of settle everybody in, as the Cardinals have had 5 guys coming to plate, and all 5 have gotten on base, 2 with hits, 3 with walks. So it's one of those things where we see this a lot in baseball. A team gets a couple runners on, and it just kind of snowballs, and it's hard to shut it down. But you just got to focus on the guy at the plate and do what you can to try to focus on that out and limit damage here.
Yeah, and that gets in your head too, Matt. Baseball, they're so mental. It's such a mental game as far as
in a game of confidence too.
Dealing with that confidence and that issue.
Right, in the sense of having confidence with what you need to do. And baseball is also a sport that you got to move on to the next pitch.
That's
because
right. You got to flush it.
Yeah, baseball is a sport where even the best hitters are batting only 300. Up now, Caden Butt, left-hand hitter for the Cardinals. Caden batting .217 on the year. He's a senior.
Strike. First pitch was a strike.
Excuse me, Caden's is a sophomore. Did I get that right? Yeah. One thing says he's a senior, another says he's a sophomore. So Clarinda people know whether he's a senior or sophomore. I'm not sure. But I know it's Caden Butt. He plays center field. He's a brother of Jordan. So here we are. What's the count? 2-1?
2-0.
There's a strike. Good pitch there from Reese Montgomery. 2-2. And that's a strikeout there on that pitch by Reese Montgomery. So good pitch there by Montgomery, as he got a little behind there in the pitch count. That'll bring up Aiden Sunderman, left fielder. He's batting 7th in the Cardinals lineup. So Cardinals got the bases loaded. 1 out here. Sunderman up. Pitch from Montgomery. Fouled off at the plate. 0-1 count. That pitching mound visit from Coach Erickson seemed to have settled down Reese a little bit.
Yep, absolutely.
Sunderman batting 189 on the year. The high fly. Watch this one, see where it goes. It's going to be pushed out. And it's going to drop in for a hit. That's going to score a run as Tuzio's going to come throw to third, and they're going to get him out. Nice play there. Byard had to come in a long way from center field position there, and he was playing deep, and the ball didn't carry there. Erickson hustled out from shortstop, got the ball, and hustled the ball into Fisher, and got Jones going from second to third. So the second out for the Tigers, but the Cardinals do get a run. And that'll bring up Karsten Beckel, third baseman. He's coming to bat now for the Cardinals. 2 outs, runners at first and second. 3-0, Cardinals on top here, first inning, top of the first. There's a good pitch from Maurice. Burns that outside edge of that plate. 1-1 count on Karsten Beckel. Karsten also a good pitcher. He's another trio of Butt and Tuzio and Beckel. Good pitcher pitching for the Cardinals. When you're 13-2, you're going to have good pitching and good hitting.
Absolutely.
Have that kind of record. Aaron, I'm going to rely on you to give me the pitch count every once in a while.
It's 2-1 at the moment.
2 balls, 1 strikes here on Beckel. Here's a pitch from Montgomery. Outside, 3-1.
3-1 is the pitch count. 3-0 is the score. 2 outs on the board.
Montgomery from the stretch. There's a shot over to second. That's going to find a hole on the right side. That's going to play to run. As around comes Court Neal to score, and then the Cardinals going to take an extra base here as the ball gets loose. So the Cardinals advance to second and third on the infield throw, got away from the Tigers. So RBI single from Beckel there, and the Cardinals have plated now 4 runs here in the first inning. Coming to plate now, 16, Kyle Wagner at the plate for the Cardinals. Here's a guy in the 8 hole batting Aaron, and he's batting .409. He doesn't have a lot of bats, but he's batting .409 in the 8th spot.
Isn't that amazing? Wow.
Off-speed pitcher from Montgomery gets a strike out there on Wagner. Actually, he's hitting in the 9th hole. It's a heck of a 9th hole hitter to have someone batting .409. I don't care how many at-bats you have. Pitch gets away, loose. It's going to backstop it in because the score is going to come Sunderman. So a wild pitch there. Scores Sunderman. So it is
0-1.
0-1 count here as they have really come out swinging the bats here, and we're back at the top of the lineup now with Cole Baumgart. First base occupied there by Kyle Wagner, and here's Baumgart, and he hits a long shot center field. Byers run his horse running out there. It's going to be off the wall, and that's going to score Wagner. He's going to score all the way from first, and Baumgart's going to get all the way to third base with triple. Boy, he just missed a home run by about a foot there, Aaron. He really tagged that one with that wind pushing it out.
Big shot there.
But that pushes it out, so. Cardinals up now. And there'll be another conference here. Let's see if there's going to be a pitching change here. That might be a pitching change. It's 6-0 Cardinals here.
And so, Matt, say hi to Reese's grandma. She's watching, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy.
Grandma Nancy's watching.
Hello, Nancy. And your grandson is going to be going to, I believe, third base now as Brett Erickson's going to come in for the Tigers. We'll leave here. Montgomery, Brett Erickson coming on the pitch for the Tigers. He's 1-5, 29 innings pitch on the year, 277 batting average against, 5.31 ERA, 37 strikeouts in 29 innings. So moving Brett into the pitcher's mound here. I think this is just a good move by Coach Erickson. He's got a young freshman on the mound. It's obviously wasn't his day. A tough pitching day with the wind, and you just don't want to see someone get their dauber down too much there. So I think a good move there by Coach Erickson to get Montgomery out of the pitching mound, put him over here at, assuming he'll move to the third base. We'll see here. But Erickson will get his warm-up tosses here. So here at Legion Park, Cardinals on top 6-0. Tigers trying to get out of this first inning here. Aaron, you been keeping up on the College World Series?
A little bit.
Your Arkansas, of course. Folks don't know, Aaron is an Arkansas Razorback fan.
And they were, and I've said all year, Matt. Number 1, they're number 2. They're in the top 5 all year, and then they don't make it. They lose in the regional.
Well,
so,
if it's any consolation, 4 of their SEC teams, rival teams, made it a tournament. In fact, 4 SEC teams and 4 ACC teams in the College World Series. And I believe, if I'm looking at the brackets correctly, after tonight's games, they'll be down to 4 teams, and 3 of them will be SEC teams. So really, it's an SEC tournament.
Well,
but Tennessee's looking pretty tough right now.
I'm thinking, I mean, it's SEC, Matt.
Simply easy conference.
Yeah, that's why there are 4 teams in there. It's a great conference. But anyway, no, it's good. Yeah, and I honestly I lose a little interest when the Razorbacks lost out. That's just how I am. But. So, yeah, keeping up with it loosely. Welcome to being a Cub fan in June. You're not interested anymore. And Matt is a fan until the team starts winning, and then he's done. Erickson with his first pitch. Backhanded down third baseline. Stopped by Montgomery. Long throws. Going to go high. And Ryan Wagner will reach first base. Difficult play there for Montgomery. Had to go down the baseline and backhand. Like I say, that wind, making that cross infield throw in the wind is difficult. So Wagner will reach on air. Run will score there. So Cardinals are up, I believe, 7-0. That's correct. And this will bring Mr. Tuzio to the plate again. So the Cardinals have gone through the order and are working their way through the order again here in top of the first as they have plated 7 runs against this Tiger team. Erickson on the mound here. Nice pitch. Brett there with a good overhand curveball there to start off with Tuzio there. The Cardinals pretty much just going base to base. Coach Everly hasn't been stealing here. There's a pitch, a long shot
to right field. And the Tigers are going back on that. Blake Sloan circling it, can't get to it. It's going to drop. Tuzio's going to have another hit. That's going to, everybody's going to wave around Cardinal player, and he's going to score, and Tuzio will cruise into second with a double and an RBI as they just keep on pouring on the hits, and you can see why this team is 13-2 and 10-1 Hawkeye 10. This is a loaded, stacked Clarinda Cardinal baseball team. Andrew Jones back at the plate. He singled RBI first time up.
And here's Jones. It just doesn't stop coming at the plate.
You just don't get a break in the lineup. There's a good pitch by Brett.
2 outs.
Jones a single RBI earlier in this inning. Tigers just trying to get off the field here in the first inning. Shot to shortstop, backhanded there. Long throw, and they get him. Nice play there by the Tigers. As that's Brody Bond at shortstop, and he makes a nice backhand play. Tigers get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Clarinda 7, Red Oak nothing.
Welcome back, Matt.
Back here at Legion Field. Cardinals with the 7th spot in that first inning. And they are going here in the bottom of the first. And on the mound for the Cardinals is Jordan Butt. He is 2-0 on the year. He's got 29 strikeouts in 19 innings, an ERA of 1.42. So this is a young man we've seen pitch before. He is a good pitcher, absolutely a good pitcher, and part of this solid Clarinda Cardinals pitching rotation. And he'll be on the mound. He's a right-hander today, going against this Tiger lineup of young Red Oak Tigers. We talked about 4 8th graders, 5 freshmen in this Red Oak lineup for Coach. Not a senior, other than Griffin Eubank. 1 senior on this team for the Tigers this year, and they're playing maybe the best team in the Hawkeye 10 Conference today, the Clarinda Cardinals.
And you know, Matt, talking about Clarinda and baseball, like you alluded to early in the pregame, it's just something they do with the A's and the Eberly family. And I know Coach Eberly was telling me that they're just the number of students in the program from bottom to top is pretty remarkable. So
yeah, it's just every town kind of has their thing, and Clarinda's thing, and they're good in a lot of sports, but baseball really has just been such a key part of that community.
Absolutely.
And they do such a wonderful job with it. First pitch from Jordan Butts high. He's facing Cale Hall, who's leading off for the Tigers, left fielder. Cale Hall done a good job for the Tigers this year.
1 ball, no strikes.
Cale's batting .250 on the year. Strike there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Cale's a threat if he gets on base. He's 13 stolen bases. He's got some speed, so if he can get on. There's a pitch and a swing there by Cale. But you got to get on base. You can have speed, but you got to get on base to utilize it.
That's exactly right.
Just misses on that pitch. 2-2. 2-2. But works quickly. You can tell this is a guy that's confidence. He just doesn't mess around. He gets a pitch count, and he's ready to go. There's brings the heat. Pop high. This could be an adventure here. Let's see how the Cardinals handle it. In comes the center fielder. Nice job there by the center fielder, Caden, but helping his brother out there. Caden came a long way. And if you look right now, there are 3 Cardinal players with their hats off. They have been blowing wind off on the field. Players are constantly going to chase down their hats as the wind is blowing off. Up the bat now, Brett Erickson. Brett leading the Tigers in hitting this year. And there's a rip the first base side. It's going to get through. Brett Erickson going another way with the base hit there. First pitch hitting, and Brett's batting .317. You can see why they're just going with the pitch other way and gets a base knock through the right side. He's on first base. So good job there by Brett. With a pitcher like Jordan Butt, you want to probably be aggressive early in that count because you know you don't want to get behind on that count because he's going to be around the plate all day. Up the bat now, left-hand hitting Adam Byer. Adam is coming around. He's late. He's been swinging a hotter bat. Of course, Adam coming off that serious leg injury, and it's good to see Adam out there playing. He loves to compete in sports. Erickson with a not too big a lead at first, and there's a foul ball. Don't think the Tigers will be going here, not down 7 runs.
Might have 2 strikes, 1 out.
0-2 count here on Byer. See if Adam can just kind of put the ball in play and take advantage of his speed here. Pitch is high, 1-2. Beckel at third, Baumgart at short, Neal at second, and Jones at first for the Cardinals. Pitch is low, ooh, just misses there, 2-2 inside. Adam is looking to drive something here, trying to get it to go the other way. And there's a good rip into the center field. That's a base hit's going to fall. And Erickson's going to go third here. Throw comes in, not in time. Good base running. And Byer's going to move on to second. Great job there by the Tigers, Aaron. Center fielder Caden Butt came in. The ball got to it, bobbled a little bit, and that was just enough for Erickson with a good read to take around second, going to third, and then Byer continued on. So great base running there by the Tigers. 2 guys in position here. That brings up Reese Montgomery, the cleanup hitter for the Tigers. Good base running there by the Tigers. Those outfielders are going to have an adventure, Aaron, today with any fly ball, any ground ball. It's just the wind is just playing havoc here. But as a runner, you got to take advantage of that, and the Tigers did that right there. Two ducks on the pond here for the Tigers. Strike here to Montgomery.
8-0 is the score. 1 out, still in the first.
Pitch is low and outside, 1-1. Two runners on, 1 out. Jordan Butt from the stretch here. Swing and a miss. Challenge him up high there.
Second strike, 1-2.
If you can get the ball in play here, make contact, keep it on the ground, you're going to score a run here. Let's see if Montgomery can get contact here. Strike 3, good pitch there from Butt on the outside of the plate. Got the call. 2 outs. I'll bring up Brody Bond. Brody started the game at second base and then shifted over to shortstop. 2 outs here, so it's going to take a base hit for the Tigers to get some runs here. Ball high.
Runners to second and third for the Tigers.
There's a strike call. Like I say, Jordan Butt doesn't mess around. He gets that signal, and he's ready to roll. There's a hit by Bond, or excuse me, by Bond up the middle. It's going to score 2 runs. In comes Erickson, and around comes Byer. So big 2-out hit there by Brody Bond. Right up the middle, making contact. Driving in 2, the Tigers are on the board.
8-2 in the bottom of the first.
Big hit. Boy, those 2-out hits are like gold, Aaron. They're like gold, man.
Remember we talked a little bit earlier about the mental and that. You just got to keep getting the momentum of the game, man. Getting the flow, and good things can happen.
Nolan Perrin now up for the Tigers, DHing for the Tigers today. Ball outside, but that's a big, put some runs on the board after that 8th spot in the first inning. That's good for the Tigers. Get just a little bit of confidence back here. Ooh, off-speed pitch there. Nolan out in front on that one. Nice pitch by Jordan on that one. We could see Bond move here. Let's see, 1-1 count. Is that what you got, Aaron, on the board? 1-1.
0-2 on the board.
0-2, and he'll be sticking here. Oh, there he goes. High pitch. Throw to second, and he is going to be out. Nice throw there by Wagner. Nice cover by Baumgart, and he is gone, and that's it for the Tigers. In the first, Tigers get 2, but it's Cardinals 8, Tigers 2.
right, welcome back, Matt.
Back here in the second inning, Legion Park. It's Clarinda Cardinals 8, Road Tigers 2. Boy, we've had a lot of runs in that first inning.
That was
Aaron. That's going to take a while if we keep this up.
That was a big inning, Matt. A lot of offense.
But we expected that kind of coming in with the wind conditions and just with the offensive power that the Cardinals are. We kind of expected that. And for the Tigers here, important to get just a couple runs back there and bob in that frame to, like I say, just kind of stop the bleeding a little bit and get something positive going in a good direction. Or a good 2-out hit by Brody Bond that are up the middle, drove in 2 runs. And those 2 runs were set up by that aggressive base running by the Tigers in that inning where Erickson and Byer saw the bobble and sent them feared by Wagner by Butt, and just continued on, and that set them up to score on that base hit by Bond.
All right, Matt. Looks like we have a batter ready to go here.
Court Neal is now going to lead off with the Cardinals here. Court with an RBI single first inning, so he'll be facing Brett Erickson. And if I call Brett Mark, just slap me.
Gladly. I have a pencil here I can throw at you,
or
too.
stab me with a pencil. And I'm going to call him Mark at some point today. Court Neal leading off, second baseman for the Cardinals. Just a sophomore. I think this is the guy we had a debate about, whether he's a sophomore or senior.
That's exactly right.
Was it him or someone else? But he's a sophomore according to what I've got written here. There's a ball outside, I believe.
1-0 is the count.
Erickson's pitches from the stretch, even with no one on. Popped up. It's going to be a wind adventure. He's calling for it. Montgomery calls for it, and he makes the play at third base. Nice job there. Even those plays were adventurous, but nice job there by Reese to call everybody off and make the snag.
1 out.
Caden Butt up. Center fielder. He struck out last time up. Left-hand hitter. Facing Brett Erickson.
Pitch is low. Ball 1.
Montgomery in just a little bit in his third base position here. Never know, might put a bunt down here. Boy, if the Tigers could get out of this inning with no runs, that would be huge. Momentum-wise, there's a shot, another pop-up, and it's going to be fall in front, and he's going to get to first base on that. So kind of one of those plays where I think Bond at shortstop wasn't quite reading the ball as well as he could on that, the wind and everything. It drops in front of him by that time with the speed of Caden Butt. He legs it out for an infield hit. So Cardinals on first. 1 out, and that brings up Aiden Sunderman.
How much does that in play whenever you're trying to judge that
with
the wind like it is today?
That was kind of a little bit more of a line drive, not so much of the blue, but it's hard to judge when you're not sure shortstop. Is that coming at me hard? Is it not coming at me? And then by the time you recognize the speed of it, in that case, it dropped in front. When you got a left-hand batter with speed, that's too long. There's a drive that's going to go, Aaron. Give me a call, Aaron.
Back to the fence. It's out, Matt. It's a home run.
There you go, Aiden Sunderman, and that's the wind effect right there. He got all of that, and then more so with that wind. 2-run shot by Sunderman. Cardinals up 2-0.
10-2 is the score. 1 out here in the second.
So Sunderman 2 for 2 on the day with 3 RBIs, and he tagged that one.
Yes, he did.
10-2.
And that's what you alluded to, Matt, with the wind direction is if it gets up, it's
going to go. You're going to get a lot of push. It reminds me of those old Rose and Black College World Series days when the College World Series, you get up the wind and let it fly.
Remember the ping of those bats?
Ping of the bats.
Ping. Oh, yeah, love it.
Up now for the Cardinals, Karsten Beckel. Karsten has single RBI, first time up. Pitch outside by Erickson.
Ball 1. 1 out.
Erickson with a good kind of a breaking ball he snapped off there. Beckel wasn't expecting that. 1-1. Good change of speed there. Brett comes back with a little gas there, but outside misses it. 2-1 count.
2-1 is the count, yeah.
Pretty good crowd for 4 o'clock start, don't you think, Aaron?
I think it's a great crowd, absolutely.
Outside 3-1 now on Beckel.
Yep.
We have some sponsors.
We want to say thanks to Clarinda Regional Health Center for being a sponsor of our scoreboard. Of course, Easters and Vetter Equipment.
Strike their call.
3-2. It's a count. It's full. Great businesses right there in the Clarinda community, really.
Full count pitch. Foul. It's going to be fair, actually. That ball pulled that inside. Got over third baseman Montgomery's head. It's going to drop in for a single there. So Beckles on with a hit. He's 2 for 2. He kind of had to pull his hands in on that pitch, was on the inside, and he kind of muscled it over to the third baseman's head. Montgomery was playing in. So Beckles on first. That'll bring up Kyle Wagner. Kyle singled an RBI first time up. Good quick move by Erickson back to first, but Beckel back in there safely. Landon Gigstead over first base. Tall, lanky first baseman. What you see, all first basemen are tall and lanky. That's just the rule in baseball. There's a shot up to pop up. Who's going to get it? It's going to be a challenge. Going back, second baseman Fisher. Nice play.
Got out number 2.
To make the out. Boy, Mason really had to go backwards. He was pedaling backwards, keeping his eye, looking into the sun, got the win. Made the catch. 2 outs.
Great play. 2 outs. 10-2 and Uplift Dentistry as well, Matt, one of our sponsors today.
Cole Baumgart back now at the plate. Cole with a triple RBI last time up. Pitch is high, gets by Eubanks, and down to second will go Beckel.
Ball 1.
Baumgart's a kind of a tall fellow too. The Clarinda team does not lack for
They do not.
tall players.
They do not. That's absolutely right.
Brett goes all 5'9", 5'10" on the mound here. Pitch is high there. 2-0.
2-0 is the count.
But, that's what you get with a young team. Coach Erickson, of course, had that really senior-dominated team last year. It was a pitch inside 3-0 with Dawson Bond and those guys. It was just, a different caliber team with those seniors have been in program. These guys have a lot of talent, the Tigers do. They're just young. They're growing. And, the important thing, all these kids have been playing baseball. There's a strike call. Have been playing all their lives. These are kids that have come up through the Red Oak JVA sports system, and they know the game of baseball. It's now just developing that talent and skill level at this level. There's a good off-speed pitch from Erickson.
Full count, Matt, 3-2.
Baumgart out in front. Erickson's doing a good job mixing the speeds of his pitches, Aaron. He'll break off that breaking ball, and then he'll come back with the fastball. Let's see, he's got, 2-2 count here?
3-2.
3-2, full count here to Baumgart. Erickson steps off the mound for a moment. You do have a base open here, so you don't need to give in here. Maybe you can expand the zone here a little bit and get a strikeout. Foul ball at the plate. Cole's out early on that one. Again, I think Brett pulled the string on that one a little bit. You got to keep the ball low or come inside today if you can. You don't want to give these batters an opportunity to extend their arms and drive the ball. It's going to be pitches high.
He's going to take a base.
Cole will take his base down to first. So 2 outs, first and second here.
Yep.
We're in top of the second. Cardinals 10, Tigers 2. And up the bat will be coming Ryan Wagner. In between the Ragners and the Butts, and who else? There's another brother combination on this team. There's a lot of family baseball, you can tell. A lot of family baseball where it's part of that
Part
DNA.
of that culture, yeah, absolutely.
Everybody in the family plays baseball.
Runners at first and second.
There's a good fastball snap in the glove.
Strike one.
Even though they gave up a 2-run shot to the centerman, still getting out here would be a big lift for the Tigers. They can get out here without giving up another run. Low and outside, ball sneaks by Eubank. Cardinals will advance to second and third.
1-1 is count. Two outs. Top of the second.
High, 2-1. Brett has got a short, compact delivery, a short stride, short arm pitcher in regards to that, but he's very effective changing the speeds. Like there's one just trying to nibble off that edge, didn't get Wagner to bite on that one.
3-1 is the count.
3-1 count here. Wagner's in a good hitting count here. Out front, 3-2, and you see those swings and misses are coming on mostly on the changeup, Aaron, where the key to the changeup, Aaron, is being able to deliver the pitch in the same motion, the same way as you would the fastball, so that the batter is not tipped off. And Brett does that very well. his mechanics of throwing the ball, this changeup or a fastball is the same, and that's the key. He comes back high with another fastball there.
That's taking the base now.
Bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up
2 outs.
Tuzio here. Tuzio with a double and RBI, so another home run threat here for the Cardinals. Bases loaded.
2 outs. Tuzio up. Yeah, Matt, this is one of those you.
I'd like to see challenge maybe on that first pitch fastball and use your changeup as the out pitch. Let's see what. But easy for me to say, Aaron. I'm up here in the.
You're in the air conditioner.
Yeah, what can I say? While you're out on the deck, I'm in the cool comfort of the.
You're in the AC.
AC. The bases packed Cardinals. Pitch is high.
Ball 1.
And you know the strike zone for these taller players too is a little bit different because that's a higher strike zone, and you're coming from a pitching angle where the pitcher is 5'9", 5'10", a little bit challenged there. So here comes a good pitch. There's a good pitch on the curve. That looks like.
Strike 1-1.
Brett's getting some swing and misses on his pitches here. Cardinals have good plate discipline though. They're not chasing too much. There's another good pitch. Off speed, 1-2.
1-2.
Let's see if Brett. I go back to that changeup right here. It'd be important for Griffin Eubank to block this ball in the dirt because if this is a changeup, it could be in the dirt, and you want to prevent that run coming from in third here. Let's see if Erickson can get a changeup or something over the plate here to get pitches high.
2-2 is the count.
So you set up here. This is they're going to do a changeup here would be the time I would think. The belt, the pitch, low. Eubank stop. Here comes the runner plate. Eubank's going to not have time to get there, and a run will score from third. As down the line comes Karsten Beckel, and that's a good read by Beckel because that ball did not get too far away from home plate, but Beckel has a good motion off third. On third base, you want to have your momentum going towards the plate on the pitch release, and that's what Beckel did, so he was able to take an opportunity, just a short pass ball to play to run.
3-2, Matt. Full count.
Well, Erickson here at the belt with the pitch. There's a long drive. I don't have to look at that one. That baby is gone. Yeah.
That bounced off of the.
Tuzio got all that. He kind of stood up. Creighton stood to look at that, but a 3-1 bomb there from Creighton Tuzio.
And that one is out of here.
And that will make it. I'm losing track of the score. That'll make it 14-2. Cardinals. His second home run of the night for the Cardinals is Creighton Tuzio hits his 4th home run of the season. He's now with 4 RBIs on the game, and here's a kid, a young man that comes in this game. Tuzio is batting .419, and that's only good for third on his team. So,
isn't that something?
Yeah.
I mean, that's remarkable. So,
Coach Erickson out there, he's going to go to new pitcher there. Is one thing the Tiger program works on is having kids and creating pitching depth. A lot of this Tiger program has a hallmark of being able to pitch. It looks like they're going to bring in now Cale Hall to pitch. So Cale Hall will move from left field into the pitcher's mound.
Matt, let's take just a quick break here for just a minute, and we'll be back after this in Red Oak. Clarinda leads 14-2 at the top of the second.
Legion Park. Clarinda Cardinals 14, Red Oak Tigers 2. It has been an offensive explosion by the Cardinals as they've cranked 2 home runs so far in this game and taking good advantage of this blowing. It's not even a wind, Aaron. It's just a gale. Is it a gale or is it a storm front? What do we? How do we describe?
Yeah.
You're the weather guy. Describe this wind.
Yeah, it's the wind. That's well, you just did, Matt. It's the wind. There's a front moving through, or moving in, and
it's been.
the wind.
It seems like it's been windy more so than recently. Maybe it's the hot air coming out of my mouth. I don't know what it is. But Tigers now on their third pitcher, Cale Hall, will take the mound for the Tigers here.
It's still the top of the second, Matt.
And Cale, let's see if we got some stats on Cale here. Cale, just a sophomore, 14 innings pitched on a year. He has 12 strikeouts, 7 base on balls, 4.40 ERA. So he will come in here with, I believe, 2 outs, right? In the
That's correct. 2 outs.
top of the second here. Bases are empty, so he'll be able. I think that's kind of good for a pitcher to come in, a relief pitcher with no one on base. It kind of get you a little bit better breathing room there when you come in with runners on, and you got to be absolutely perfect here. But he'll be facing first baseman Andrew Jones.
Again, Matt, to the point. I mean, this Clarinda team is just loaded.
Yeah, you would think this is a team that Coach Eberly thinks. Of course, they beat Red Oak in that regional semifinals, and then they went to the finals of the region last year, getting beat by a really tough Van Meter team, which is ranked now this year #1 in the state. So you can see a Clarinda Van Meter playoff game. There's a good pitch by Cale Hall.
Strike.
Looming somewhere down the road potentially again. Van Meter, of course, is their own right. There's a town and community with a strong history of baseball. Cale Hall now on the mound for the Tigers. A change up there.
1-1, Matt.
Low. And one thing that stands out to me is the size of the Clarinda batters versus the size of the Red Oak pitchers.
It's pretty stark, isn't
and there's another rip, a long drive, and I think that might go. You give me the call on that one.
That's going to be bouncing, hits the fence. It's going to be picked up there by the third or the left fielder.
Jones will cruise into second there with a double.
Hit. One hop, one bounce to the fence, Matt. That's what that was.
Second hit of the day for Jones there as he'll reach second. But, some of your best pitchers in baseball, you don't have to be tall and strong to be a good pitcher. One that comes to mind is Greg Maddox. Greg Maddox was a very small stature pitcher, but boy, could he pitch. And that's a great thing about baseball, Aaron, as
absolutely
Court Neal comes in. You do not have to have a certain body size. Football, you got to be big and strong. Basketball, it's better if you're taller. But baseball, you can play. If you can play, it doesn't matter what size you are. You can play baseball. There's a role for any size, small, speedy, big, strong. It doesn't matter. But baseball can accommodate any size player, and I think that's what makes it such a great sport. You've got to be skilled in throwing and pitching and hitting.
Counts 1-1, 2 outs.
Good stop there by Eubanks. Tigers trying to get out of this inning here. Court Neal, this is a sophomore, had a single and RBI in this game at the plate. Hall from the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a foul back there.
2-2.
I will admit on those Clarinda jerseys, I see those cards on the bat. As a Cubs fan, that gives me nervousness, anxiety when I see these.
I knew that was going to come up during this game with your feelings toward the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's be clear. Oh,
there's a rocket to the left side. It's going to get through there, and Court Neal will get another hit. They're going to stop Jones at third here. Coach Edwards put the stop sign up there for the big fella. And I'll bring up Caden Butt, left-hand hitter there. So
2 outs.
But all these Road Tiger players, every one you see here, they'll be back next year and maybe even a year after that. So this is a really, really young team, and they're taking their lumps right now. But boy, you just can't replace experience getting out there and playing it. Foul back there by
0-1 is the count.
But
yeah, you and your how are the Cubbies doing, man?
The Cub season ended in May this year.
Oh, my.
They're mathematically eliminated. No, there's a long shot to right going back on his Blake Sloan. Back. It's going to get over his head to the wall. That's going to plate one run. It's going to bring in another run, and that's going to go all the way to third. Here comes the throw into third, and he's out. Good. Oh, dropped the ball there. They're going to say he's safe. The throw was on the money, but the drop ball there. So Butt is in with a triple on that, 2 RBIs. And that ball got over Sloan's head.
Yeah.
Sloan is playing almost like in a center field position, Aaron, because with that wind blowing, Sloan is really playing almost behind this, just to the right of the second base bag as the Tigers are trying to get their outfielders over there, but they're not in their normal positions due to the wind. Aiden Sunderman up now. He had a 2-run home run last time up.
17-2 is the score. 2 outs, top of the second. 0-1 is the count here.
Outside pitch, but yeah, that's
1-1 is the count.
Hall on the mound. Foul back. And one thing too, baseball's not always going to be played in perfect conditions.
That's the beauty of it.
But the advantage of that goes to your senior veteran team that's played in more experienced games, like playing under wind conditions, playing under rain conditions, playing under cold conditions, whatever it might be. That veteran experience, that's another thing. There's a good rip down the left field side. It's going to go fair ball.
Dropped it.
And he'll be in safe. There's probably an error on that there as a drop ball, but nonetheless, first base runner there. First base for the Cardinals, and they plate another run here, and they are just piling it on here. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. I believe this is Joey Sullivan, coming up to bat for the Cardinals. If I have the number correct. Joey Sullivan at the bat for the Cardinals. Sullivan is a senior.
Runner at first. 2 outs. 18-2, top of the second. Clarinda leads. Matt, we do, like you said, we'll get to this in a minute.
All outside.
We do want to say thanks to our sponsors, Clarinda Regional Health Center, for sponsoring our scoreboard, Vetter Equipment, Uplift Industry, and Easters that sponsored our coverage here, and opportunity to get out of the studio and come watch a baseball game.
Popped up out of play. Joey's aiming for the Clarinda bus over there.
1-1.
Didn't get it done. Beautiful Legion Park. If you've not been to Legion Park, it is a beautiful experience. Just a wonderful field. They have really upgraded this. There's a rip by Sullivan.
Good hit.
In that field. That's going to drop in for the hit here.
Yep.
Cardinals just going to go base to base here. But it's a beautiful complex and really have upgraded. Of course, I'm old enough. I remember before you were in town, Red Oak had a wrap-around wooden bleacher wrapped all the way around with a cover over it. And
I've heard stories
of that. In the day, it was beautiful. But over time, all that wood structure just took a beating, and it needed to be torn down and demolished it. And, of course, they replaced it with a modern grandstand, and the field is in wonderful shape here. Coach Erickson does a good job, so kudos to him. Kyle Wagner up the bat here now for
1-0 is the count. Matt, and just from our vantage point here, honestly, it really is just a beautiful view to sit where we're at right now. Take it all in.
There's a shot. The shortstop coming in on it is Erickson. Fields it, and they're going to say he's safe at first as he beats the throw.
Bases will be loaded.
Brett did a good job coming up on the ball, advancing on it, getting the throw off, but just too much speed there from Wagner. He legs it out and gets a hit. And Mr. Baumgart is up again. I don't know how many times he's batted, but we're in the second inning. I think he's already got his limit. We just need to call down to Coach Everett and say he's got his limit.
Does it work that way?
He's got his limit for the day.
Kind of like fishing. You can get your limit.
Stop there by Eubanks.
Ball 1. Bases loaded.
Cardinals are wearing out the dirt on the base paths here. Inside. Tomorrow, later in the week, a big looming matchup for the Cardinals. There's a pitch from Hall. That's going to be a strike. They're going to I believe they're going to Creston on Thursday, Aaron, to play the second place team, Creston Panthers, and that's going to be a huge game, pivotal for Hawkeye 10 standings Thursday. And Creston has a foul ball. I believe it's 2-2 count.
2-2. That's correct.
But so Clarinda's got a big game looming here Thursday in Creston. Tigers will be going to Glenwood, I believe. I believe that'll be a double header on Thursday. Tigers going to play 4 games. There's another rip down the left field side.
He's out. Third.
Caught by the left fielder. I cannot see it, so he's out. That'll be
He's
a third out of the inning. Cardinals are done here in the top of the second. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. It's Clarinda 18, Red Oak 2.
We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Back here at Legion Park. We move the bottom of second. It's Clarinda 18, Red Oak 2. Jordan Butt on the mound for the Cardinals here. This is bottom of the second.
Matt, I would note, as we have been noting, it's windy, but it has cooled off.
Yeah, well, I'm in air conditioning. You're out there on the deck. In fact, I ordered my drinks. They should be here shortly. And
I noticed that you put in what was it? Perrier, a towel, and some fresh fruit.
Fresh fruit. So
yeah.
that should be delivered as you're out on the deck in the wind conditions, as I am comfortably inside here.
Well, just take my word for it. It has cooled off, which is welcome.
I'm glad you're cooling off, Aaron. That makes me feel better.
You're going to be you'll probably be grabbing a sweatshirt here anytime, won't you?
Feels me better for you.
All right, here we go, man.
Here's Nolan Perrin for the Tigers leading off here at the bottom of the second. Nolan's a DH. There's a blistering fastball from Jordan. But one thing with those long innings by the Cardinals at the plate, that's a little tough on the pitcher because you're getting a rhythm. But when you go 15, 20 minutes between innings, as I say that, Butt burns another fastball in there, 0-2 now.
0-2.
But it is quite a bit of time between innings for a pitcher there. And there's a good
strike. Good
morning, good afternoon, good evening there. Jordan just goes
up and down.
Fastball there, and really popping the mitt there. So 1 out, and I'll bring up Griffin Eubank. Griffin, the lone senior on the Tigers, son of Brett Eubank.
Bottom of the second here. Boy, he's just
4 pitches, 4 fastball strikes. He's not messing around. He's just going right pumping gas right now. Pitch high.
Second strike. 0-2. The count.
And like I say, there's no hesitation. I don't know if he's even getting signed. There's a shot by Eubanks, thrown by Sullivan at third. He'll make the throw over to first. Nice play there by Joey Sullivan, and made a charge in there and elicits a good response from his teammates in the dugouts. I think Joey Sullivan's getting some extended playing time here. Nice play there as Cole Baumgart gives him a little glove tap. 2 outs, and that will bring up Mason Fisher. Now I know one thing about Fishers. There's a strike, and that is they are all New York Yankees fans. It's a part of the birthright of a Fisher. You are a Yankee fan. There's a pitch high to Mason Fisher.
1-1, Matt.
All the way from his great-grandpa Rip Fisher down to his grandpa Mick Fisher to his dad Richard Fisher. Everyone's a Yankee.
It's part of the deal, huh?
Part of the deal.
In the deal. 2-1 is the count now in the DNA.
Of course, Mason's quarterback for the Tigers and
yep.
had a great first year as a sophomore. Learned a lot. That quarterback position and really working 2-2 now. Really working on that passing over the summer too, finding time between that and baseball. Here's Butt now with the 2-2 count on Fisher. Woo! Blew that one by him. Quick inning there by Mr. Butt. He's
very quick
on his game. We go to the top of the third. Now it's Clarinda 18, Red Oak 2.
Back after this. We are now.
All right, back here, top of the third. Clarinda's up the bat here. They're leading 18-2, and they have had their way with the Tigers. It's going to be leading off Ryan Wagner for the Cardinals. I've got him as a freshman, and I believe that's true because I believe I remember Mr. Wagner as an 8th grader catching last year for the Cardinals, and now he's a freshman. He's a seasoned veteran as a freshman.
Isn't that something?
Well, that's a unique thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a pitch from Cale Hall. It's gonna be that's the
You know,
unique
I
thing
think
about Iowa baseball.
You know, I was going to say that for Iowa baseball, it is literally a unique thing in the nation. You go to other states and they don't have those opportunities.
And I don't know why more states don't do it. My is a pitch from Hall. It's gonna be low. My conclusion is they get a lot of pushback on club teams and youth, which is so huge now. But to me, high school sports should take priority over anything club. I'm not a big club, traveling club. I know that's the way. There's a rocket in the left. It's going to get down for a hit there for Wagner, and he'll stop it first. But, you know, I'm not a big proponent of youth club sports. I know that's the way it is now. You can't go back from that. But to me, everything should be high school sports are the priority. So tough bananas are the club teams. So
but the uniqueness, though, is Iowa high school baseball and softball in the summer taking place now. And you get that opportunity as an 8th grader.
And if it's one, honestly, I'd like to see more sports be moved out of the spring schedule into the fall. I'd like to see tennis be moved into the summer. You know, I think that's a sport that could go into the summer time frame because there are so many spring sports.
It's a jam.
Battle for
spring is
competition athletes. I think they need to really think that through and utilize the summertime more than just for baseball and softball. Swing and a miss there.
0-1 the count.
Now up for the Cardinals, number 9, and who do we have? Number 9. I'm not. Cooper Phillips is now batting for the Cardinals.
It's going to be a ball.
So
1-1.
Coach Eberle getting some of his subs into the game here. Cooper Phillips is a junior. Shows he's got 9 plate appearances on the year with 3 hits. So even their subs are batting over 300. Pitch high there.
2-1.
But don't you think more sports in the summer take advantage of that summertime?
Well, you know.
Why can't you play tennis and golf in the summertime?
Well, you absolutely could play tennis and golf.
That makes total sense to me. I mean, it loosens up the spring season for track, and
the spring season is very jammed.
Yeah,
for sure.
Soccer, and there's a pitch inside. Oh, going to call a strike on that.
Yeah, 2 and 3, 3 and 2. Matt is a count, full count.
3 and 2. Cooper Phillips here batting for the Cardinals, facing Cale Hall of the Tigers. And that's going to be
a
ball.
Base. Yep.
Just missed outside there. So first runners, first and second here for the Cardinals, and
no outs. Top of the third, 18-2. Clarinda with the lead, 2 on, first and second.
Up the bat is Sam Klein. So Sam Klein coming to bat for the first time. So
Sam Klein,
Coach Everly
of Eric Klein.
I'm counting on you on that one. I don't know, but it's starting to get a little more cloudy. If you're in around,
go ahead. There, you can close that door, Matt. If you're getting cold.
I'm gonna close the door, Aaron, and you're gonna be out here with the wind and the rain. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I got the AC kicked up, and there's a shot in the center field. Byer coming in, makes a catch. Nice running grab by Adam Byer there. First out there. Nice job by Adam. Got a good read on that and covered some turf and got the out for the Tigers.
Out number 1.
Now batting sophomore Warner Schmidt up the bat. So Warner Schmidt gets his first plate appearance here for the Cardinals today. Popped up. That's going to be a venture. He's calling for it. Mason Fisher calls for it, and he'll make the snag, just like Gleyber Torres of the Yankees would do at second base.
Out number 2.
Out number 2 for the Tigers. And now up the bat comes number 10. We're trying to scramble here with the numbers. This will be Caden Roop, I believe. Did I pronounce that correctly? He will be up the bat here. He's a sophomore as well. I'm not even going to begin to try to keep my scorecard here, Aaron, with all these changes. The Tigers, I think Mason Fisher's played 4 positions already for the Tigers, and I'm just looking at the number, who's coming up and who's batting. Ball outside.
Ball 1-0.
Tigers trying to get out of this inning without giving up any runs. Stopped there by Griffin Eubank. Vendors will advance there, take a base.
2-0.
Now, is KCSI doing a softball game later in the year?
We have tried. We have been unsuccessful at the moment. We're working on it. We're working on it.
There's a shot up the air. Who's going back out?
Third base, and it's going to be just over the reach of Bond.
2 runs will score on that, as it's going to be a double there for Sam Klein, and Cardinals put 2 more on the board there, and looks like Coach Erickson's going to make a pitching change here for the Tigers. So we'll take a quick break. It's 20-2, Cardinals over the Tigers. Back here at Legion Park, afternoon baseball. It's Cardinals 20, Red Oak 2. I'm a little nervous about my broadcast partner, Aaron. Aaron's out on the deck. I'm inside in the air-conditioned comforts of the press box, reclining, and
Yeah, and I'll turn my mic on. You can hear the wind.
Aaron, it looks like the wind is whipping a little harder. Looks like it's. Are you okay out there? Give me a weather report.
Can you hear
Aaron.
that, Matt? I'm like the guy in the hurricane that you see on TV with
Yeah.
the wind. Can you hear that? Yes,
Yeah.
Matt, I'm here.
I hope you're okay. I hope things are strapped down. And
You just enjoy your Perrier and your fresh cut fruit.
you know, I am so glad that Coach Erickson met my broadcasting requirements, and the fresh fruit and towel and water service, and was so much appreciated up here in the press box suite.
Yeah, as you're in there in the nice cool out of the wind, completely in the dry. Oh my word. It has cooled off.
Adam Byer coming in out to pitch for the Tigers. Adam,
see, Matt,
left-hander.
you're not getting the true baseball experience by
No,
saying,
I like the
I
corporate
guess
suite
that's
effect
like,
now.
Oh, you got your box suite.
I mean, it's you know, those general mission seats like you are fine, but it's
Yeah.
really nice to have these corporate suites, Aaron. And but you know, I'm glad you're out there in the elements and keeping us advised what's going on. And the bat now for the Cardinals here, Aiden Centerman. He had a 2-run home run earlier, and he'll be facing Byer. Cardinals with a runner on second here, so Adam coming in. He's a left-hander. First pitch is in the dirt, gets by Eubanks, and Klein will advance into third. Adam Byer, just a great all-around athlete.
Yes.
We said he's coming back from that leg injury, but when fully healthy, he is really a dominant football player, wrestler, baseball player, and it's good to see him back on the mound there. Little skip rope there.
Yeah, and with that injury late in the football season, he missed basically all of wrestling. I mean, he was in late in the season, but it is good to see him back in uniform.
But trying to zero in here on the plate, not close on the first two pitches here. There's a swing and a miss.
Strike 2-1.
With the pitch, another swing and a miss. 2-2. Tigers trying to get third out here.
We'll just need one more, Matt, to
get to the bottom of third. Fire at the stretch. Pitch. Got him.
There it is.
Good job there by Adam Byer. We're going to go to the bottom of third. It's Clarinda 20, Red Oak 2. Back here at Legion Park, Clarinda versus Red Oak Baseball. Clarinda Cardinals 20, Red Oak to 2. The Cardinals have just had an offensive onslaught here today, taking advantage of this wind blowing out.
That's a good way to put it, Matt.
And they have
two home runs. And
Jordan Butt on the mound here for the Cardinals here in the bottom of third, facing the 9-1-2 hitters. Landon Gigstad will lead off for the Tigers, followed by Cale Hall and then Brett Erickson. And the crowd is hanging in there. Pretty good crowd. Do you see any celebrities in the crowd today, Aaron? I see the Fisher family in there. Coach Nordin's here sometimes. I don't know if Coach Nordin is here for the Tigers.
I don't see him at the moment.
See any celebrities here. Have a few folks from Clarinda up here. Here's a pitch from Jordan Butt way outside. Just a bit outside there, Aaron.
Love it, Matt. I love it. So, 1-0 is our count.
Foul Foul ball by Landon. Landon was a young man who's helped out with the Can Play Baseball League. We talked about pregame, a special needs league for kids in the Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah area, and Landon's one of those high school youth that come and help and volunteer with that, along with many of the Clarinda kids and other Red Oak high school players. So appreciative of that to take their time to do that. Strike there to Landon.
Talking about Landon, great kid, Matt.
Yeah, his mom and dad, Jeff and Ann, are very
good folks,
great parents, and just an all-around great kid. Tall kid. He's going to be a big player on the Red Oak basketball team this coming fall and winter.
2-2 is the count.
Foul ball. We're going to say it hit him, actually.
Oh, yeah, hit him, so he's taking a base.
Yeah, I thought maybe it fouled up, but he'll take it. Landon will take it and then get on base. He'll move on down to first, and that'll bring up Cale Hall here. So Jordan Butt on the mound here for the Cardinals.
20-2 is the score. Bottom of the third.
If anyone has the Red Oak Clarinda girls softball game score, get that into Aaron or I, please. We'd like to get an update on that if we could. Right across town here. Can you get your binoculars out and zoom in on the scoreboard? There's a pop fly by Cale Hall. It's going to go foul out of play. Can you get your binoculars and zoom in on the scoreboard over there, Aaron?
Yes.
Can you do it?
I can't do that, man. Can't do that. I can see players on the field over there. Does that count? I don't know the score.
Well, I can't see anything inside here other than our action in the air-conditioned comfort of the press box. There's a swing by Cale Hall, another foul ball. This one down third base line. Taking a hop over Coach Erickson.
Wave at the parking lot, Matt.
We're waving apart. What are we waving to?
We're waving to people in the parking lot.
Are they waving to us?
Yes. That's what we're doing.
Swing and a miss there as Jordan Butt pulled the string there on changeup and gets Cale Hall on a strikeout. That'll bring up
strike. It's out number one.
Bring up Brett Erickson. As we're talking about professional sports teams' allegiances, the Ericksons are all Cleveland Indian fans. Did
Guardians.
you know that? Or Guardians.
No,
Guardian. Yeah, yes,
Guardians.
Correct. I forget that they're the Guardians, but Cleveland Guardian fans. I think they actually make some trips out to Cleveland.
They do, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Strike one there. Brett had a single last time up. That one in the dirt. They'd stopped there by Wagner. Really good job there.
1-1's the count. Gigstad on at first.
Really impressed with Ryan Wagner. Of course, I was last year. To be a starting catcher as an 8th grader, I mean, but you can just see his presence behind the plate, Aaron, how he has a good setup, good posture there. Just really fluid behind the plate with his catching mechanics. I mean, this is a young man that's got, 3 more years to go. And
that's amazing, isn't it?
He's just going to be, it already is a tremendous talent. There's a pitch, and you can see how he's framing that pitch. That's kind of the upper echelon when you're able to not only just catch it, but be able to frame and drag that ball back over the plate to help your pitcher out and steal a pitch here and there.
2-2 or 2-2 is the count.
There's a rip by Erickson. The other way, Brett gets another hit. 2 hits for Brett, and Brett's not trying to do too much, but just putting the ball in play, and he's done so successfully here. So Tigers with runners in first and second. We got 1 out or 2?
1 out.
1 out, and that'll bring up Adam Byer. Kind of deja vu all over again. Like the Tigers scored 2 runs in the first here, trying to follow the same recipe here.
Yeah, 1 out. Bottom of the third.
And we're going to have a pinch runner here for the
20-2.
Gigstad's going to come out. It's going to bring in number 18. Who's number 18 on our roster, Aaron? Do we have a number 18?
Yes, we do. He's on second base.
That's not helping me, Aaron.
Well, you're in there in the comfort of your corporate suite. You go ahead. I'm out here in the gale force wind.
Number 18. That would be.
I'd hate for your.
That's Hudson Fisher.
I'd hate for your papers to get ruffled.
Hudson Fisher comes in to pinch run for Gigstad at second base.
1 out.
Foul ball by Adam. Of course, all this Fisher athletic talent coming from their mother, none of it coming from their father or their grandfather.
Oh, you're really trying to get it now, aren't you?
There's a little bloop. It's going to drop in. Adam Byer just stuck the bat out. They're going to wave Fisher on home. And then a bad play over in the right field, or I should say overrun the play. That's going to allow base runners to advance, so second and third. So Adam just kind of did a half check swing there, but he hit it in the right place.
Yeah, he just kind of dumped it right out in the open spot right behind first.
And Byer gets his second hit of the game, and Tigers are on the board. So 2
Three runs on the board for the Tigers.
2 runners on now, and Reese Montgomery at the bat. He's got a chance here to drive in a couple more there. The Tigers are
1 out.
Showing a little gumption here. Loa pitches wild, and here comes a run home. Erickson's going to score easily on that from third on the wild pitch, and
Byer advances.
And Tigers get another run on the board. Tigers are trying to get within 2 touchdowns here. So we got a football score here, 20-4. Looks like we're going to have a little visit here now.
Yep.
The Cardinals coach is going to come out and settle down Jordan Button. You know, in defense of the Cardinals, and when you get that big lead and you start substituting guys in and out, it's hard to maintain that focus.
You know, that's something we talk about a lot. If even basketball or whatever, anytime that big lead opens up, it really changes the dynamic of the game.
You know, you would think, my gosh, in the sports context, it's easier, though. It's not. Sometimes you get such a big lead that you tend to get a little sloppier and play a little bit looser than what you were.
And you play different schemes and you play different
just watch
athletes.
Watch any NBA game. Having a 25-point lead means nothing in the NBA.
That finally wrapped up.
Yes.
I say finally because it's way too long. That's a whole. You don't get me started, Matt. You're trying to bait me down that path.
Pitch right down the middle there. I think the message Jordan was, let's not mess around. Let's go fastball, fastball, fastball here. And he was successful in that second inning. He pumps a strike in there to Reese Montgomery. Here's the next pitch. A little high, 1-1, I think.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1's a count. 1 out.
Byer on third for the Tigers.
Bottom of the third. And it's 20-4 is the score.
Yeah, 20-4.
That one bounces off of the ground.
And it's going to be another pass ball, and Byer will scoot home on that. So Tigers with 2 pass balls there.
20-5 is the score.
Chop it just a little bit.
Matt, we want to say thanks to our sponsors, Clarinda Regional Health Center, Easter's True Value, Uplift Dentistry, and Vetter Equipment. And Clarinda, we want to thank those folks for being a sponsor of our game and getting us the opportunity out to broadcast.
Swing and a miss there by Reese Montgomery. Really impressive. Reese, just a talented, athletic kid and great basketball player, and going to draw a walk there from Jordan Butt. But, you know, and we talked about those layoffs between innings, Aaron. That could be a little effect there because I just think sometimes when you get in the lather up and you're pitching and then you go sit on the bench for 15, 20 minutes, it's hard to kind of stay in the game. Maybe that's kind of where that Osel Peterson coming in to pitch run now for Reese Montgomery. We got 1 out, 2 outs. What we got? You're looking at the scoreboard.
1 out.
1 out.
1 out, Matt.
And Brody Bond is up. Brody has a hit, 2 RBIs. He drove in the first 2 runs for the Tigers with a base hit up the middle.
Bottom of the third. 1 out. 1 aboard.
Pitch is low. And the pace of Jordan just seems to be a little bit more labored here this inning than the previous inning. Good stop there by Wagner.
2-0 is the count, Matt.
And like I say, Cardinals have a big game coming up in Creston on Thursday. This might be the last inning we see for Jordan. There's a chop down third, goes foul.
Yeah, 2-1. Have you tried the hot dogs? Did they bring that up in your corporate suite? Is that part of the buffet?
I have my order request. And there's a rip by Bond. Nice snag by, got by Sullivan. I thought he may come up play, but it got by Sullivan at third base. And Bond with a base hit there. Nice rocket down the third base line. Sullivan moved over, tried to snag it, couldn't get it.
Perrin up to bat.
Perrin here now. Nolan's going to play somewhere in football. Where was it? Do you remember the college he's?
I don't know that he's made the determination yet.
I want to think maybe it was Peru State. I could be wrong on that, but he's going somewhere to play football.
I know he's talked to several.
Or maybe he's Buena Vista.
He's spending quite a bit of time in the weight room as well. And 0-1's the count, Matt.
Swing and a vicious cut there by Nolan.
0-2 is the count, Matt.
Jordan Butt trying to get out of this inning here. Tigers have put 4 runs on the board here. 20-6, I believe. 26 or 25. What do you got, Aaron?
20-5.
2-3 runs on the board here for the Tigers.
20-5 is the score. Bottom of the third, 1 out, 1 and 2.
Foul back. Nice cut there by Nolan. Just missed it. Anytime that ball goes straight back on a foul ball, you know you're just a smidge off. Trying to time that.
Runners at first and second.
It's a pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 3. Good pitch there by Butt. That'll be 2 outs.
Number 2.
And I'll bring up Griffin Eubank. Son of Brett Eubank, who you might be hearing from this fall.
I think there's a good chance, absolutely.
You might be hearing some Red Oak Tiger football from Mr. Eubanks on the KCSI airwaves.
Absolutely. Ball. 1-0.
Strike there.
1-1.
As I look across the beautifully manicured Russ Benda football field, I see some kids playing baseball. There's a shot by Eubank up the middle off the glove of Butt, and Eubank's going to reach base here. So Tigers have the bags packed with 2 outs, and Mason Fisher up the bat. But yeah, we have kids over here playing on the football field, and we got kids in the swimming pool over there we see in the distance, and someone on tennis courts. Everything you want to do outside athletically in Red Oak is right in this area.
Right here.
In the come running for first baseman is Seth Lyden. He'll come in and run for Griffin Eubank. So bags are full. 2 out here. Mason Fisher.
Bottom of the third.
The chance to do a little damage here. Yeah, Jordan Butt really labored. It's not the pitching flow has slowed down a little bit. More deliberate with his pitches here this inning. There's a good hard fastball strike.
Strike, 0-1.
He's going from a full windup here. There's another strike, 0-2.
2 outs, 2 strikes.
Seems to me like when Jordan goes back to that fastball, that's his money pitch.
Absolutely.
That's high. I mean, that popped a mitt right there. That has some good gas on it. He might be emptying the tank here. I don't know. He may not come back for another inning.
1-2's the count.
Foul ball. Fisher fighting that one off. Fisher at the plate. There's the pitch from Butt outside.
2-2, Matt.
Just get the ball in play here. Tigers have gone the other way a lot with their hits today, and that's a good strategy here against Butt. Ball outside, 3-2, so
full count.
0-2 count. Fisher's battled back to full count here, so runners will be in motion here on this pitch. And there they go. They're off way early, and that's strike 3. Tigers are off early on that pitch, but nothing going there. But the Tigers do get 3. We're at the bottom of 3, into 3. It's Cardinals of Clarinda 20, Red Oak Tigers 5. Legion Park in Red Oak. It's currently Cardinals 20, Red Oak Tigers 5 as we move to the, what are we in here, top of the 4th, Aaron? Top of the fourth inning.
Top of the fourth, man.
It looks to me as I sit inside here in Eric, it looks like the weather conditions change out there, Aaron. It looks like the wind is picked up. Are you still out there?
I'm holding on by my fingertips up here on the.
It looks darker out. Skies look darker. Looks like some stuff might be moving in from the southwest here.
Definitely darker.
Let me know if you need some assistance.
I'd like to have some of that fruit, Matt. Can we have some of that out here? Can you
open
the door?
I moved into the meat tray. They brought up a meat tray.
Just toss it out here to me. That would be great.
So
I'm fine.
Keep doing what you're doing out there, Aaron. It's much appreciated.
Nothing is blown over yet, and for the most part, I think we've seen what's going on. So
I mean, I'm getting treated like the volleyball play-by-play guy, or color guy, Derek O'Neill. This is his type of treatment that you get. Us basketball, football guys, we're not used to this, but this is pretty good. This corporate suite here.
You're in the suite, and you have all of the action, all the fruit, the meat and cheese tray. I didn't see that come up. That must have come up
snuck up there,
the backside of that.
I want to put the request in. Here we go. About top of the fourth, Adam Byer on the mound for the Tigers. He'll be facing Joey Sullivan of the Clarinda Cardinals.
20-5, top of the fourth, Matt. Here we go. Clarinda with the lead.
And Byer, the left-hand pitcher, releases, and that's going to be short. They hit him. He'll take a base. Actually, the ball hit short of the plate. Then after it hit the ground, popped up and hit Sullivan, so he'll get first base on that. And that will bring up Kyle Wagner. So runner on here for the Cardinals.
Ball one.
Ball one. Adam's got a good arm. You can see he's got a little giddy up on his pitch there, but mechanics and trying to get in that rhythm and that routine of throwing strikes over the plate is he's now 2-0 on Wagner. It always seems like the deal, right? You got pitchers who have good arms but maybe a little wild, and you have pitchers that don't have the great arm but have the control and command with it. Here's a shot to Montgomery. He gets a third over to second for one. Back to first. Relay is not in time. Good effort there by the Tigers to try to turn two as Montgomery made a good field and throw to Fisher at second, and Fisher with the pivot and throw to first just missed, doubling up Wagner, so we one out here. And Mr. Baumgart still here, still batting. Now batting.
I thought you said he was at his quota, his limit.
He had his limit. I need to send down to Coach Eberle that he's reached his at-bat per game limit. Pitch is high.
1-0 is the count, one out. Matt, top of the fourth, 20-5, Clarinda with the lead. Byer on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes.
Should shout out the Tiger assistant coaches, Josh Kipley, and I believe Mark's brother is Steve. Is it Steve?
Yeah.
Steve, his brother, is a longtime coach and does a great job. It's just so cool to see the Erickson brothers coaching this Tiger baseball program and doing such a good job. And
2-1 the count.
Anytime you can be around your family and participate in sports, that's a good thing. There's a good off-speed pitch from Adam.
2-2, Matt.
See Chris Venazzo. Speaking of taking care of the facility, there's Chris Venazzo. Now there's the guy that takes care of all these fields and makes everything look so good. And looks like he's taking a little rest here with this bag of popcorn. And
they do a great job.
He helped me out. Yeah. He's helped me a little bit with as I struggle with my youth baseball fields to take care of him. He's helped me out quite a bit. So he's a good man and does a great job for Red Oak School System. 2-2
is the count.
Where there's Ron Lorenz down there? Do we see Ron Lorenz in? Do we see him down here in the VIP seats?
As a matter of fact, he is right there.
Is he there?
He's in the VIP seats. I'm surprised he's not in the corporate suite with you.
Well, he has a good seat, it looks like, down there. He's in a prime seat.
Yeah. What's
the count here on Mr. Baumgart? 3-2?
3-2.
There's a pitch, swing and a miss, and strikes him. Nope. It's not 3-2 because that would have been a strikeout, so it must be 3-2 now.
It was 3-2.
Or maybe foul, excuse me, as a foul ball at the plate.
Yeah.
Foul ball at the plate.
Yeah.
So my bad. My bad.
You just sit in your corporate suite and the folks out here working for a living, Matt.
There's a swing and a miss. Nice catch there by Eubanks on that pitch as it was in the dirt, but struck out Baumgart. They're a good pitch by Byer.
Out number 2.
2 outs. And Ryan Wagner up now for the Cardinals. A good-looking freshman catcher here who's just a really fine ball player. You can see this kid could be one of the. There's a pitch that gets behind him. It's going to let the runner advance. But this Ryan Wagner kid could be one of the all-time greats by the time his career's done in Clarinda.
1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs.
Have we gotten is anyone given us a score on the Red Oak Clarinda girls softball game yet? Have we gotten anyone report that to us?
Let me see.
Surely someone in our viewing audience can give us a Red Oak Clarinda girls softball score. Ryan Wagner. Or maybe you can just hustle over there, Aaron, while I say here. Get a score for us.
Okay, I'll see if I can work on that for you, Matt. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Top of the 4th.
Maybe you could sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and that would be a nice thing to do from your perch.
You don't want me to do that. I'll promise you that. 3-1, Matt. I think you should. You got that.
No, singing's not my thing. No. There's a pitch from Byer low, and that'll be a walk to Wagner, and that will bring to the plate Cooper Phillips. It's definitely gotten darker. I don't think they're going to pop on the lights here, but
yeah, I don't think it's quite to that point just yet.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs here. Byer on the mound for the Tigers. There's a foul back there by Cooper Phillips. I'm not sure. I've been not keeping up with the Clarinda A's too much this year. I need to follow them up with them. I know they had a home game Sunday.
This month, Matt, they have something almost every night.
There's a shot by Phillips is going to fall into the right side for a base hit. That's going to score a run. As around comes Kyle Wagner, score, and Ryan Wagner will pull in the third and the throw down to second. They're going to call him safe. Boy, I thought he might have been out there. That's one of those calls as umpire, the ball's there. You think he looks out, but if the tag isn't applied there and the hand gets in, he's safe. But visually from a distance, he's out. But nonetheless, it's safe there, and the Cardinals play another run.
21-5 is our score now.
And now up to bat is Sam Klein. High pop-up. Who's going to get that? It's an adventure. Looks like Erickson's going to call for it, make the catch for the third.
That's number
out.
3.
So we move to the bottom of the 4th. It's Clarinda, 21, Red Oak, 5. Back here at Legion Park, where it is the Clarinda Cardinals 21, Red Oak Tigers 5, and we're moving to the bottom of the 4th, as it has been an offensive performance here for the Cardinals today. And Jordan Butt is out here to start the 4th inning.
Matt, you commented on something while we just took a quick break there.
I'm looking to the right.
Right here behind
we look
us.
behind us on a football field. Something very unusual is occurring. You see a group of kids that are having spontaneous, organized play without any adults around involved trying to organize it for them. These kids have formulated their own game with makeshift bases, and they are playing a game with teams without any parent around organizing them, telling them what to do.
It's great.
That's what my era was all about. Parents weren't around. We didn't have parents organizing things. We organize our own sandlot games. So
That's cool to see, isn't it?
There you go. Shout out to Carson Rydell, my buddy down in Clarinda. Works for Clarinda Lead Center. Good buddy of mine. He might be watching. He might be here. I don't know where Carson's at. There's a pitch now to the Tigers are up to bat here.
Ball.
And that would be Landon Gigstead at the plate. Leading off the fourth for the Tigers here. Jordan Butt with the pitch, first pitch high. Comes back with a fastball there. Pops a mitt. 1-1. But that's just what it is. Kids need to play without
absolutely
parents around. Organize yourselves, play your own games.
They're playing a game with baseball without a bat, man.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
They're figuring it out.
Yeah.
There's a shot by Gigstead down third base. Baumgart with a pick and a scoop and a throw. It's going to get by the first baseman. Gigstead's going to take off for second, and he's going to have to get in there, and he does. Good job there by Landon Gigstead. Get the ball in play. Baumgart really had to cover some ground, come deep in the hole, and had to make an off-balance throw, and it was just wide and got by him, and Gigstead was able to take the extra base. So Tigers with a leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the fourth. And Gigstead will be pinched run for. And in comes number 32. That's Dalton Faree, I believe. I pronounce that name. Hope I pronounced that name correctly. Dalton Faree. Up now, Cale Hall for the Tigers. Foul back.
Strike one. 0-1.
Jordan Butt so far going the distance for the Cardinals here. There's a rip by Hall, and that's going to get through the left side for a base hit. Coach Eric's going to hold up Faree at third, so Cale Hall with a good rip there. You know, score's 21-5 here, but the Tigers are doing what they can here.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, the Cardinals have substituted in a lot of their secondary players here, but they're still got their starting pitcher out there, Jordan Butt. So, you know, Tigers are drawing their run against their starting pitcher.
You had commented earlier that this Tiger team, a young team, this is where you learn, Matt. You learn in this.
Yeah, Erickson up here. Brett, 2 hits on the day so far, and he's been going to that right side, opposite side each time. So, got a chance here to drive in another run. Pitch there.
1-1.
Just gets that outside plate. Just missed inside there. Let's count 2-1.
Runners at the corners. 2-1's a count. No outs.
See if Erickson Brett can get something in play here. Strike.
2-2.
Top of the zone there with that pitch. 2-2. So got to protect here. Again, don't need to do too much here. Just get contact, and you're probably going to get a run. There goes runners, at least from first to second. Throw back to third. Runner is safe in third. It's a snap throw from Wagner to Sullivan, but Faree was able to get back in there as he came down quite far on that third base line. Hall did take second base on that, so Tigers second and third now. Erickson at the bat here. Pitch just misses, and the bags are packed, and that brings up Adam Byer. Adam Byer with a couple of hits on the night, so Adam has a chance here to do some damage. Nobody out, correct, Aaron?
That is correct, Matt.
Nobody
no
out. Bags are packed. Tigers are trying to draw back within that 10-run rule. That's the goal here. There's a rip by Byer, and that's going to fall in center field. 1 run's going to score. Throwing to second. Tigers will hold up there. Hall at third. So good rip there by Byer. His 3rd hit of the day. No doubter there. That drives in a run. Tigers still have the bags packed. This is kind of deja vu of the Cardinals in the first inning. Once you get those bags packed, Aaron, it's kind of like the train keeps on running. It's hard to stop the train. Here's Reese Montgomery. Reese Montgomery's aptly named to be playing in Red Oak.
Yeah.
Of course, the son of Angie Montgomery, Tiger volleyball coach.
No, absolutely. 0-2, Matt. Does it count? 0-2. No outs.
So again, just putting the ball in play here would get a run.
Bases loaded.
Get contact, swing and a miss there as Jordan Butt went high with the gas there, strikes him out. Brody Bond coming up now. Brody with first 2 RBIs of the game. He's got 2 hits, so Brody has shown that he, again, not a big kid physically, but he can get the bat to the ball.
Competitive. Yeah.
Ball high, and when you're not strong or tall in stature, your strike zone's a little bit lower too. A little
1-0 is the count.
Pop foul out of play.
Out of play there.
So 0-2.
That's 1-1.
1-1 here.
1-1 is the count. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th.
Ball outside.
2-1.
See Daniel Ramirez here. Pitches in there for a strike. Merced Ramirez, state, I believe she placed in the state tennis tournament, didn't she not this summer?
She did, as a matter of fact.
Congratulations, Merced Ramirez. Tremendous career. There's a swing and a miss. It's a foul ball. What do we have here? A strike call. We're going to have a strike call there, so he's out. So that'll be 2 outs on the swing and a miss in the dirt. So 2 outs here. Nolan Perrin up 2 outs. Let's see if he can get a 2-out magic here.
Matt, there's a line of severe storms just over in the Lincoln area.
Well, you keep your eye on it out there outside, Aaron. You let me know if the lightning.
It doesn't concern you one bit. I know.
If the lightning starts popping around, you let me know, buddy, and we'll get you inside here if we necessary. But you man that outdoor deck.
I'm here, so just no high pop out of play there.
It's Nolan Perrin, but I got all the faith in you out there around the deck.
No, you're not concerned one bit with the severe weather that's in the Lincoln area at the moment.
2 strikes on Nolan. Here's the pitch.
1 strike.
Gets by the catcher. Here comes Hall. He's going to score easily. He's got serious speed, and Tigers get another one. I believe that's a 3rd wild pitch run score for the Tigers today, Aaron. That's a little unusual there. Not a lot of these wild pitches, the ball is not giving Mr. Wagner much of a chance here because they are coming in short on hopping him.
21-7 is the score. 2 outs. 2-1's the count.
Foul back, good rip there by Nolan.
2-2 is the count. 21-7's the score. Bottom of the 4th.
Outside, good eye there by Nolan.
3-2. Full count.
Nolan's dad's Nate Perrin, the famous Nate Perrin, the Denison fame. Ball low in the dirt there. Full count, I believe. Now actually going to be a walk there, so Perrin will take down to first base, load him up. But Nate, what is Nate's job title now? He is the he's the principal. What is he?
Nate is the senior high school principal.
And I also heard he's going to be on the football staff this fall. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
He's going to bring some of that Iowa Hawkeye to the Tigers. Griffin Eubank up now. Bases loaded here. Swing and a miss there. Out in front of that one.
Strike 1.
Well, that means hope he doesn't bring the offensive Iowa offense. The Iowa defense would be.
Now here's what I told Matt's a hater. He's a Hawkeye hater.
Oh, there's a rip by Eubank, but it's going to come short. But he got a good hold of that one. Deeply, that'll be a 3rd out. I was going to give him my home run call, Aaron. It didn't go.
No.
Bottom of the 4th. That's the end of the 4th. Cardinals 21, Tigers 7. Back here at Legion Park, go to the top of the 5th. It's Clarinda 21, Red Oak 7, it's not football. It is baseball. 3 touchdowns on the board for the Cardinals, 1 touchdown on the board for the Tigers. We're looking at the baseball field, even though we're in the football box here.
Yeah. Matt's in the suite. He's out of the wind, out of elements. It's the only way he agreed to do some baseball.
Absolutely.
Had to be out of the elements, have some Perrier. You're past the fruit and on to the meat and cheese tray.
Meat and cheese tray has been wonderful.
Next is what? What's next in your corporate suite in there?
I did ask to have the car pulled around. It's a long journey out there, so I think they're going to pull the car around for me here so I can get a quick exit from the game.
All right.
We will have post-game. Coach Erickson will be up here with the players, so stick around for that. We'll get them on camera, so have a little visit with Coach Erickson, get up to speed on the season, and the rest of the season outlook for that, and that'll be good to know. Here we go. So Adam Byer will stay on the mound here to start the 5th. If Tigers do not get within a 10-run limit here by the end of this inning, that will be the ball game. So Cardinals here have an opportunity to kind of add on to that.
All right, Matt. And again, we're watching the weather too.
It's in Nebraska.
Yeah.
What time is the estimated arrival here?
I don't. We got a couple hours before it would show up here, so maybe it'll just diminish and the severe weather can just not happen. That'd be fine.
Byers pitch inside to
strike 1.
To number 2, Warren Schmidt. There's a rip up the shortstop. Erickson charges with the throw over. Nice catch by, it's not Gigstead at first. That is 32. I believe that's, he's 32, but the throw is just a bit wide. I'm going to get a roster number 32. This is for the Tigers over first base. Dalton Free. Dalton Free's not quite as long as lanky as Mr. Gigstead, so that's not landing over there.
Runner aboard now.
Caden Roop up for the Cardinals. Fouls that one off.
0-1 is the count.
It seems to me the wind has calmed now a little bit.
It has diminished just a bit. Can you open that door? It's just kind of.
I mean, as I peer outside, the flag is not quite at full gale. It's still moving, but it's not like it's going to fall off the flag, be ripped off the flagpole type wind.
0-2 the count, Matt.
Byer, left-hand thrower, comes to the plate, fouled off by Phillips there. You know, I was down in Clarinda for that Can Play baseball game Sunday, and I was looking at the Clarinda A's Hall of Fame. They have a board at their ballpark with all the swing and a miss there. That's strike 3.
Out number 1.
But I was looking at all the Major League Baseball players that have come through there. I mean, everyone knows about Ozzie Smith or Vaughn Hayes, long career with the Philadelphia A's, but Bud Black, currently longtime pitcher of Kansas City Royals and current manager of Colorado Rockies. He was a Clarinda A's. But guys like Chuck Knobloch. Remember Chuck Knobloch? Remember Chuck Knobloch? Sure you do. He played there. Who are some other ones? I think Jamie Carroll played there. Brian Polberg. Some of these guys that had long, pretty distinguished Major Baseball careers that played there. It's just tremendous names that are in that Clarinda A's baseball program.
What was it that Mr. Everly told me? 1-1 is the count, Matt, by the way, and 1 out.
Aiden Sunderman is up. Aiden's has a 2-run home run tonight, but
I think there. What is it? 40 major leaguers that have come through that program.
You know, of course, Red Oak had the Red Oak Red Sox. The Wood brothers did that for many years here, and they would play the Clarinda A's in foul ball there. Of course, Red Oak, some of the big names. One of the biggest names that come through Red Oak is Craig Counsell. Played for the many years in the Major Baseball. Was the manager of Milwaukee Brewers, and of course, is now the manager of my beloved Chicago Cubs. He was a Red Oak Red Sox. Played a couple years foul ball there for the Red Oak Red Sox. I believe he housed with the Kerry Hobach family.
Really?
For a couple summers. I think that's the case. Of course, he was a Notre Dame baseball player then when he came to Red Oak and played in the summers. But it's just amazing. You look back at the tradition of baseball down here in southwest Iowa. There's a pitch and rip up the middle. Ooh, backhand off the glove there of Fisher. It's going to scoot into center field there. Sunderman will reach first base. And there's 1 out here. Cardinals in first and second. Joey Sullivan's coming up. But, you know, it's and, of course, I've read the Merle Eberle book, I think it's something Baseball Whisperer or something. Just a tremendous read. If you haven't read it, find the book. It's all about small town, a different era of baseball. You know, summer times, and there's a rip by Sullivan over to Fisher. He makes a snag. Back to second. They got him. Double play there. That gets the Tigers out of the inning. So line shot to Fisher at second. He doubles up the runner off second. Tigers are out of the fifth. Give up no runs. The first time they've held the Cardinals no runs. We're going to go bottom fifth. It's Clarinda 21, Red Oak 7. Back here in the bottom of the fifth, it's Clarinda 21, Red Oak 7. Tigers are going to need to get 4 runs on the board here to extend this game, or this game's going to end here in the fifth inning with the 10-run rule. And the Cardinals have a new pitcher on the mound. That'd be Court Neal, but pronouncing his name correctly. Court Neal is the pitcher for the Cardinals. He will take over for Jordan Budd, who went 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, and Neal will come in here and try to finish it up for the Cardinals. Mason Fisher will lead it off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Tigers.
We do want to say thanks to Clarinda Regional Health Center, Easters, Uplift Industry, and Vetter Equipment for being a sponsor of our coverage here this afternoon.
Foul back there by Mason. First pitch hitting there. Like to see that from Mason. A little more aggressive in that early pitch count there. Inside, 1-1. Foul back by Fisher, 1-2. When you look at the Hawkeye 10 standings there, and Clarinda's on top, 10-1. Like I said, they've got a big matchup Thursday. Creston, they're 11-2. Harlan's third in Hawkeye 10 baseball, 9-4. Glenwood's 6-4. That's a little surprising. Glenwood might have the top player in all of Southwest Iowa, or maybe all of Iowa, and Caden Anderson, a Nebraska baseball commit. Outstanding player for that Glenwood team. Lewis Central 6-4, Kemper 7-5, Shin 5-7, Denison 5-7, St. Albert's 5-7, Atlantic 1-11, and Red Oak bring up the rear there. But that is the Hawkeye 10 baseball standings as of today, at least according to Varsity Bound, Aaron.
Yep, well, that's what you have to go from.
Dalton Freer's up here.
1 out.
And Dalton takes
Strike.
the pitch.
0-1's the count.
As Neal is just pumping strikes in there. When you got this big lead, you don't want to walk anyone. You want to just throw the ball down the middle and try to get out. Strike 2 there to Dalton Free.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss.
That's 3.
So 2 outs, 1 out away here from this game concluding. Cale Hall will bat for the Tigers. Stick around. We're going to have head coach Mark Erickson and a player. We'll put them on camera. So if you're want to get a little hear from Coach Erickson and a player, stick around. We'll have a wrap-up show. I'll have to come out in the deck for that.
You're going to have to get maybe.
I got to get out of my. I like the sofa they put in here. That was a nice by Mr. Lorenzo. Put that sofa in here for me. Man, I mean, there's a rip by Cale Hall. It's going to stay fair.
Fair, and just missed the catch in the left field.
So Cale Hall, I believe, second if not third hit of the day for Cale. Cale just puts the bat on the ball. You know, good contact hitter. So is Brett Arison, who's coming up here. So let's see if they send Cale. I know you're down 21-7, but he's got serious speed. Let's see if you don't want to end the game on a throw out at second. I get that, but with the win, the Clarinda Cardinals will move to 14-2 overall in the year. Tigers will drop to 4-18. Pitch is low inside to Erickson.
1-0 is the count. Runners on at first, bottom of the fifth, 21-7 the score. 2 outs, Matt.
Pitch, and that is it. And that, if I'm correct, will be the ball game. And it is. If that's
correct.
Out, we have a final from Legion Park. It is the Clarinda Cardinals defeating the Red Oak Tigers today, 21-7.
That is correct.
We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stick around. We'll have, I said, head coach Mark Erickson and
for us to be here. Easters, Uplift Dentistry, Vetter Equipment, and the Clarinda Regional Health Center make it possible. Say thanks to those sponsors. When you're in the next time, let